Hey everybody, it's me, Liam Landry, the Small Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion of Predictions, here with,
DJ.
and we, and just last night we were at the NXT TakeOver New Orleans event, and we're here to give you all a review and to tell you if it was worth it. So, what was the first match?
First match we have it was the ladder match for the new North American Championship to crown a new champion, and we had Adam Cole, baby, versus EC3 versus Killing Dane versus
Lars
Sullivan, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Could this have been the main event? Probably so. I thought it was that good. It was a starter match, but for a starter match, it wasn't half bad. It lasted, 35, 40 minutes? I mean, you had, everything from people jumping outside the ring to two ladders breaking. I mean, it was, right? Just everything.
Yeah, it was a great match. The old saying goes, if you're not on last, then you want to be on first.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those cases where the first match is a big one to set up everything. What really was important was that everyone had their chance to really shine. Even though there was clearly some things beforehand with Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane kind of saying that they're probably not going to win. In the match, though, you felt like anyone could have won. Possibly everyone had their opportunity. Everyone was able to get their moments in and getting really over with the crowd, and it worked really well.
Yeah, it was, and since we did go, it was cool because when you're watching it on the network, it's kind of hard to see what's going to happen next. It's kind of cool when you're there to see them actually setting up the next little bit while something else is going on in the match. In my opinion,
a lot of the commitment to selling everything was really there and was really great. In fact, you had a point where EC3 was out of the ring and he was crawling to try to get another ladder instead of just walking over, even though he was never on camera doing that. There was a point where Velveteen Dream was being looked at by medical staff, but he didn't want to be, and he was just kind of fighting them off and trying to crawl away from them. But it never shows up on camera. It's just really there. So it was added touches,
For being
there.
Yeah, that was that. I don't know if Liam would have the same thing, but that's in my estimation, that was a 5-star match.
Yeah, it was really great. Totally out there, and everyone was happy. And I mean, all the chanting in there for all the different guys. I know one of the biggest pops for me in the night was going in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the match, the Adam Cole baby.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that to pop up, and it happens, and it was really awesome, really fun, definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
Yeah. The next was the women's match.
The women's match. Okay, Ember Moon versus
Ember Moon, the champion, defending against Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler. Nah. I don't know. It seems like everything they try to do with the women's is a lot slower than the men's. Was it a good match? Yeah, they had some great parts in it, but it was kind of where if you wanted to, you can go, take a break, use the bathroom kind of thing.
I think you did miss some of it.
I did miss the entrances. I didn't miss any of the match, but I did miss the entrances. But it's just, and it is hard after a match like you just had a 6-man ladder match to actually, show that up, and it's almost impossible. So, but I like grading things, as y'all all know. I'd give it maybe a C. Yeah. So
I think it works really well in the context of the storyline, and you're not really in there for NXT as much, and so it's a little harder to say. I think when you in there, you see a lot more of the storytelling and the and a lot of the ideas and how they work into it. Shayna ends up winning this one, and I think we forgot to mention, but Adam Cole ends up winning the North American Championship.
Yes, baby.
Yeah. And I will also add, a lot of people think she's moving up, but I don't see that's happening.
Ember Moon?
Yeah.
You don't see that happening yet?
I don't see it happening because I think it would look bad for her character. It looks like she's almost running away from Shayna.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to happen just yet.
So maybe another match?
I think they'll have one more match together. Because this was their second one, yeah.
Okay.
And then she'll probably lose that and maybe move up after that.
Okay. Yeah, so for me, what Liam said, I guess it is worth it if you know the storylines, and it does work well with the storylines, and that's what I'm looking for in WWE. Because a lot of times they just kind of don't know what they're doing with matches, but NXT seems to work it out some kind of way. So
yeah.
I'd say it's worth it.
Because I mean, like when it comes to things like when she stomps on her arm there, you probably wouldn't have known that that's a thing Shayna has been doing to a lot of people, injuring them through that method and all.
Okay.
So that's a really big moment to see Amber do that to Shayna. So it's a real good payoff for all the storylines so far. And I think it still holds up on its own as a match. It's just hard to be placed here because there's not really much downtime. So
right.
It'd be crammed with other great matches. It's kind of hard for someone to stand. But anyways, it's still worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even more so if you've been keeping up on the story.
Next, we had the I guess the tag, Dusty Rhodes tag match with the Undisputed Era of Adam Cole and
Undisputed Era represented by Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Authors of Pain and also the team of Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong.
And
this was for both tag team championships and for the winner of the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
And as I'll say, the Undisputed Era did come in during an NXT event and mess up the Authors of Pain, Pete Dunne, and Roderick Strong finale. So that's why we have this match.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And I'll say it was phenomenal. I mean, it had everything you wanted in a match. It did look like a lot of times Authors of Pain was just going to take over and win the match. Mm-hmm. You kind of knew Adam Cole wasn't going to do much. They put him through a table early to kind of get him out the Spanish announce table to get him out the match, just because he did so much in the ladder match that he wasn't going to do much. So, but it was, I gotta say, I'll let you say what happened at the end, but it was a really, really good match.
Yeah, it was a really great match. Another time where everyone got their stuff in. Adam Cole, of course, got taken out early, but Kyle O'Reilly really showed up and really impressed me there with a lot of stuff he did. But the way it ends was, a major shock, and realistically, I think I'd rather leave it there instead of spoiling the surprise. Well, we will say Undisputed Era wins, but we won't say how they end up winning. So to get you more reason to watch it,
Okay, yeah, all right, we'll leave it at that. And it was worth it. It was worth it. I wouldn't give it 5 stars, but I'd give it about 4.5. It was, it ends really good. So my face tells it all. Next we have the NXT Championship.
Yeah, that was between Aleister Black and Adrian Almas.
Adrian Almas. Okay, that's how it goes. Okay. It went back and forth a lot in this match. A lot of chance for Aleister Black to win, and it was who was with
Selena Vega.
Selena Vega. She interfered a lot in this match. She tried to help in the baddest way. Now, Aleister Black does win, by the way, but she tries in the baddest of ways to help Adrian Almas win. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job with telling that story of Selena Vega interfering, and if you've been watching the Almas run, you know that it was a big deal when she got involved with him, that he went on a big winning streak, got the championship, nearly all because of her. So it's a big deal that they're going in, that she saved Almas quite a few times in there, but they end up turning that around, and she and her attempted interference against Aleister Black, he dodged that and accidentally, well, not necessarily hit, but distracted Almas enough for Aleister Black to hit the Black Mass and pick up the win. So it was a great story in that way to turn that around, and it was also just great moves in there, and it was all just really great stuff.
Yeah, another 5-star match. I mean,
it was pretty great and very worth it.
yes, it was. It was worth it. And for our main event of the night, Johnny Gargano versus
Tommaso
Ciampa. And this is an unsanctioned match. Anything goes. And if Johnny Gargano, a.k.a. Johnny Wrestling, wins, we will have him back in NXT.
Yeah, because once again, a lot with storylines, if you've been following that, and they show a great video package right beforehand, so it kind of gets you up to that. They were once a tag team, then Tommaso Ciampa betrayed Gargano after a loss, and then Johnny Gargano was feuding with Adrian Almas for the championship, put up his career on the line, and Tommaso Ciampa interfered with that. So this is his chance to try to get back into the NXT. And boy, was this just a spectacular match.
Yeah, I'll add it was drug out a little bit, but it wasn't one of your senior drug out matches, okay? Somebody does something, we get a pin. Somebody does something, we get a pin. Somebody does something, we get a pin. We get that about 10 to 15 times in this match. But they were good spots. They were great spots.
Yeah.
Right?
They kept the spots relatively small for what it is, some really big ones, but every spot was well thought out. Mm-hmm. Everyone had great setup to it, great execution to it, great psychology to it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything just made so much sense. There was so much thought, so much psychology into it. It was really a concept of when you talk about the idea of wrestling as an art form, this is the type of match you would look at, because there was so much thought put out throughout. It's once again something that you have to been there all the way through the Cruiserweight Classic, because they even made callbacks to that, even.
Oh, wow.
Because they faced each other in the Cruiserweight Classic, and they had time when Tommaso Ciampa was sitting in the middle of the ring and Johnny Gargano comes to it. They played up to that at the end there.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, we even had stuff in the crowd in the beginning.
Yeah. Tommaso Ciampa steals some crutches from an injured stunt person, basically.
Yeah. It was... I mean, you thought you'd get bored because you keep seeing this go on and on and on. But every little... After thinking about it, I told Liam last night, I said, yeah, they drug it out a little bit, so it wasn't my favorite match of the night, but as I kept thinking about it, there was more and more spots that, oh, it's not over yet. But then this big spot happens and everybody's happy again. I mean, most matches WWE does that they drag out are not good. This one was totally different.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the idea of seeing dragged out is the idea of not being there for their feud. If you were there the whole time for the feud, everything is so intense, and that's why it can have the pace it has for it and still get into that. But I mean, even without seeing the feud, you can see how great of a match it is. But going back and going through the feud, even say it's even more. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa is one of the top heels in the entire wrestling industry right now. He didn't even bother to come out to music. He just came out to choirs of boos and all. I think one of the best points of showing how much he's hated is there's a point where he gets powerbombed onto concrete and the crowd chants, "You deserve it." So everything was great. The crowd was great. The guys in there was psychology. I even heard that the ring announcers were great. I think there's even a great spot in there that showed how much thought they put into it, where Johnny throws Tommaso over the ring announcer's table and ends up hitting one of the announcers, and it's like they end up losing. They get disconnected and don't end up
stop speaking for a little while.
Yeah, because they lost connection, and it's like instead of doing what the WWE normally would have done was have them move out the way before that ever happened. It made it look more spontaneous and real.
Yeah.
Going in there, and that's also the point where we had the Mamma Mia chants. So, gladly enough, the crowd filled in for the ring announcers.
Yeah. I'd say it was worth it.
Or commentators, I should say. Yeah, definitely worth it. It's probably going to be... I haven't been able to see any of the Ring of Honor Supercard from the same night, but that match could have been the best match of the entire WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, I can't say. I mean, I told Liam last night, I said WrestleMania has 13 matches. There's no way one of those matches will top any of the matches in this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view. And I can't wait till Triple H is running the whole company. I mean, he is, like Liam has told me so many times, he has done so much for NXT. He gets these competitors ready for the real roster. The only problem is they don't do much with them when they get to the roster. And I'm not saying that, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but what they're doing right now with NXT is phenomenal. It's just awesome. You had to have been there last night. The chants are even better at NXT than they are at a regular event. Now, don't get me wrong. WrestleMania is still going to be fun. We're still going to have a lot of fun, but NXT was awesome.
Yeah, there's going to be some great in-ring work, especially AJ Nakamura.
Right.
And the SmackDown tag team match is probably going to be great in-ring work, too.
Oh, yeah.
But the idea is that no match on WrestleMania, I would say, would have that type of ring psychology, that type of emotion behind it as the Gargano Ciampa match.
Yeah.
And I would love to be proven wrong, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to.
The only
if somehow every match at WrestleMania is even better, then that's only a win for me. But yeah,
the only match I can maybe see is the SmackDown tag titles, maybe because they all do high flying, a little bit of fast.
At least be the most entertaining, but I don't think it would have that type of psychology. I mean, thinking of past 5-star, that could be going to, Kenny Omega level, getting 7 or 8 stars.
Yeah, well, It was a fun night. It was awesome. I mean,
I saw a good tweet about it and saying that I think we ran out of stars for WrestleMania.
yeah. It was fun. You had to have been there last night, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure watching it is still just as great, but I mean, you can't replicate that feeling of being at the live event there.
Yeah, it was cool. They gave us glow sticks in the beginning to make the X's, as you saw, or you can see on the screen. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Also, the musical guest. I think it was.
Oh, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, who was it? One Hill.
Cane Hill.
Cane Hill. Okay, yeah, he played the opening theme song, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's something like that at WrestleMania too, but I mean.
I think it's gonna be Kid Rock is supposed to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame and. So yeah, it will be fun, and we will have our video up for WrestleMania later this week, because Liam and I will be there live. So you'll get our live, our reviews from being there live. So yeah, you wanna.
Yeah, and also Issa and Francesco were watching at home, and they're supposed to. I don't know if it's supposed to be spliced in with the same one or it's going to be a different one, but they're going to give their opinions from watching it at home instead of just being.
Yeah, we'll probably see if we'll probably make 2 separate ones to get 2 different sets of opinions would be the best way. So we'll see.
Same with WrestleMania as well.
Yeah, and you want to sign off?
Yeah, but anyways, if you like the video, you can leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can hit the subscribe. You can also ring the bell for notifications for when we ever go live.
And give us those sexy, unsexy, whatever you call them, likes.
Well, I already said about the likes, but anyways,
yeah, that's true.
You share the videos with all your friends or enemies, and
don't forget we got a podcast next Sunday and every Sunday from 1 to 2.
Yeah, so if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified about when we go live.
Yes,
and it will be on YouTube. Also, you can follow me at Liam_SWA on Twitter.
And just follow me and watch me on my videos on our channel every week. I do SmackDown
and I do NXT.
Yeah. So yeah. Until
next time.
Yep.
See you.